Now, in today's video, we're taking a look at the RayNeo Air 3S XR glasses. What does that mean? It means that if you'd like to be able to consume content, play games, watch movies, and have glasses like these that allow you to see up to a screen that looks like 200 inches, a little bit more than that, like 201 inches, then you're going to want to check out this video because these glasses are absolutely amazing and are going to give you an immersive experience no matter where you are. We're talking about taking your Nintendo Switch gaming experience to the next level no matter where you are, taking your Steam Deck, taking your phone experience, regardless if it's an iPhone or an Android phone, you're going to be able to see a massive display and consume your favorite media content no matter where you are. And if you'd like to have an individual experience, we're going to talk about how you can have a Google TV experience with these glasses. And as I mentioned, you'll see this docking solution that explodes your Nintendo Switch in a good way to over 200 inches. So, got your interest? Let's go ahead and check these out. Now, the RayNeo Air 3S has an amazing viewing experience. The way the technology works is kind of mind boggling because it gives you the ability to simulate or experience a 201-inch screen, viewing screen. And all it is wearing these glasses on your face, just like I'm wearing mine. It's pretty amazing. And you can view two types of content, both 2D content and 3D content. And depending on the content that you're looking at, it's going to appear in different resolutions. So, for example, 2D content, which is what we watch every day, is 1920 by 1080. And if you're looking at 3D content, which it also supports, then you're looking at 3840 by 1080. So the experience is a little bit different depending on the content that you have. Also, what you have with these is an amazing refresh rate as well as a high contrast rate, 200,000 to 1. Now, what does that translate to? Because that's like a massive number. When you start having this type of contrast, when you start having this kind of resolution and something that's so close to your eyes, it means that detail is richer than ever. It means that the dark scenes where there may be some details that get lost, they actually are present. I actually enjoy using these and watching movies that I've seen before to see what I've missed in some of the dark scenes because of the amount of detail that I'm able to see. They're also super bright. We're talking about 650 nits, and they have 10 levels of adjustment. That means that the content is going to be vivid, it's going to be rich, but at the same time, there's a lot of eye protection here to make sure that you don't suffer any kind of eye fatigue. These have an expanded eye box, 14 millimeters by 7 millimeters. And what does that mean? Because I don't know that I ever knew what an eye box was until I started checking these out. It means that as you start looking at the corners, right, there is no blurry edges because of how wide the actual eye area or the eye box is. So this is going to give you really enhanced viewing experience. So you don't have to worry about the blurry edges anymore. Now, you also have three modes, and these modes are going to give you different experiences based on the content you're consuming. So, for example, if you want to watch things in movie mode, you can watch it in movie mode. If you wanted to watch it in game mode, you can watch it in game mode as well. So, these modes are going to give you, again, the ability to, again, have that heightened experience. So, from standard to movie to gaming mode, you can choose the type of mode and the experience that makes the most sense to you. Now, the other thing about these is that they have, from an audio perspective, they do have built in speakers, and the built in speakers are directional, right? So on the legs, we'll see that in a second, there's actually sound that comes through it. They have this whisper mode, which means that you can watch content and not worry about someone who's next to you hearing it. And all you have to do is enable it really simple through the menu. It is super quiet. Now, even though they have this whisper mode, when it comes down to having a good audio experience, they actually have a fantastic audio experience. They're going to be able to give you, again, an audio experience because of how they're designed with their acoustic chambers that gives you a more, I would say, immersive experience, even though they're not in your ear. They're not going to compete with having like earplugs in your ear. Nothing can, because that's going to be really isolating. But these do a really good job based on the design. I talked about this eye safety technology, right? So, one of the things that when you're viewing something this long or having something this close to your eyes, because they are screens, you may be concerned about comfort or discomfort. Well, in this case, they've got you covered also because they have technology that really gives you a soothing experience, an experience that you're not going to really suffer that type of eye fatigue as you would with other solutions. So, really, really great experience all in all. When you think about the actual audio and you think about the video, they've got you covered. Now, one other thing I'd highlight is the weight. These are light. So we're talking about just 78 grams. They are, I would say, they feel like if you were wearing some sunglasses, not the thin frame like these. So these are really light. But if I wear some plastic sunglasses, the ones that are with the heavier frame, that's what my experience is most likely like. Now on the gaming side, and this is something I take advantage of when I'm on a plane or if I'm waiting in a waiting room a very long time and I know it's going to be a long day for me, I take my Nintendo Switch or I take my Steam Deck. And the cool thing is that it has this Joy Dock, and the Joy Dock allows you, and you're going to see this, allows you to connect the actual Nintendo Switch to the dock, and then that dock basically does two things. It powers your Nintendo Switch. So now you have the battery of your Nintendo Switch, and now you have this powering it, right? And it's also powering your glasses. So even though your Nintendo Switch has a battery, this serves as a backup battery, extending the actual life of your Nintendo Switch. So this is going to be a great solution. And once again, what you're going to be able to get is a really, I would say, now once connected to the Joy Dock, you're going to have high quality gaming of 120 hertz is your refresh rate, and at 1080p. And I'll tell you, when you're wearing these, and I've had Nilda try them out as well, she goes like, wow, this looks like it's higher resolution. It doesn't really look like it's 1080p. And that's for the most part your entire experience. The overall graphic experience is really, really good. And, let me just show you really quick because we're going to look at this even closer. This is what it looks like when it's connected to your Nintendo Switch. So cable goes into it, it's powering the Nintendo Switch, it has its own power, and then you connect this to your glasses and you'll see how this is going to work. Now, something else that they have, right? Because, obviously we do more than play games, is this little solution right here, which is a Pocket TV. This Pocket TV, and let me show you what it looks like, basically is going to give you uh, Google TV. So think about it. If you are thinking about all your streaming services, they're going to be right here. And look how small this is. Not only is this your Google TV, but it's also your remote because it has a little die on it. So it does two things. This is your streaming device. It is also your remote control. It has your volume. It has all the buttons that you have come to understand if you're a Google TV user. Everything is included, and even has a memory card where you could store additional content if you download it. It has a capacity of 6,500 milliamp hours. And once again, it is going to be something that is going to give you a lot of viewing hours. Now, almost around 5.5 hours of viewing is what's claimed in the specs. The other thing that you can do with these, because we've been talking a lot about different options, things that you can play with, things that you can connect. Let's just face it, the device that you carry with you every single day is your phone. I gotta find my phone. Here's a phone. So if all you have is your phone and you have these glasses, guess what? That's all you need, because it will also connect to your phone and it will stream the content that's on your phone onto those glasses. So let's take a closer look. Now the glasses come in a real nice case, and this is a crush-proof case that I find that's going to fit in any backpack, and it literally is crush-proof. It has a compartment for your cable, which I have right here because I've been using it, right? And you'll notice that it has an angle, I would say almost like a 90-degree angle for the part that gets connected to your glasses. And pretty much that's all there is to this. Now, these glasses, if you have a prescription like I do, I've been able to use these without any kind of additional lens. But if you do need additional, let's say, lenses because of your vision prescription, what you could do is you can get one of these. It's actually included in the kit, and you can get your prescription added to them. So they don't have any form of adjustment that you can do some type of adjustment for your vision. You would need to get some glasses like this. Now, it also comes with an extra nose piece. So depending on how these sit on your nose, if they're not comfortable, they ride too low, you can actually change this. Now, you'll notice here that there are, again, some controls here that you have. You have the ability to dim, go into the menus. You also then have your brightness settings. Everything is controlled by these right here. Now, the other thing that you'll notice here is you'll see that you have these two slots right here. This is for the audio. And then you can see right here is the actual USB-C connector. Nose piece or nose guard, it does have a sensor here that when you take them off your face, they turn off. And you see this is where the display is. And basically that's what these look like. I did mention if you connect this, for example, to a Samsung phone, the Samsung phone is going to go into DeX mode, right? So you're going to have a desktop mode or experience. If I connect this to a laptop, which I can, this becomes a second screen. And when I'm on a plane and I put these on, I have privacy because only I can see this screen, and I have something on my laptop and then I have something on this, and I actually negotiate both rather easily. So glasses are really, really useful, especially for business travelers. Now, here is that Pocket TV solution that we talked about. So basically what you have is, look at all the standard controls that you would have on a Google TV. Power button, you get your power levels here, you can see that. Over here you have your memory storage if you want to expand something. And then you have both a charging port as well as the video out port. So this is a great solution for those of you who are looking for something like this. Here we have the dock. And I'll tell you, after using this for playing on my Switch, I don't know if I can go back to normal playing anymore because I really, really like my experience with this. And basically, this has a couple things. It comes with this little docking station, this clip right here, and then this is the solution that you would get with the RayNeo as an optional accessory. And then you slap your Nintendo Switch just like this, and then what you're able to do is you're still able to remove your Joy-Cons out, your remotes, right? So you still would remove them the way you normally would. So I can take them out like this. And then I can leave this, you know, laying down because I'm not looking at the screen anymore when I'm playing, right? The screen wouldn't display and I'm doing this thing. Now, the way this would work is I would take this cable, disconnect it, right? I would go ahead and connect it to one of these ports here. So you can see it has a charging port and then it has a port for your glasses, and it's indicated because you see that glass indicator there. Now, the nice thing about this is that when you do this, you could charge this while you're playing, which I think is excellent. All right, so I have the RayNeo Air 3 connected to my Galaxy Fold, and lots of fingerprints, so apologize for that, guys, but I have it connected, and I'm right now streaming some content, and the hardest thing to do with any kind of AR glasses of this type is being able to show you what the content is on the screen. But I want to show you as much as I can here. Let me put my finger here so that the display stay on, and then you could see the actual content that we're getting. So let me put this on one eye so you could see what's coming through. So this is a cartoon that what we have going on here, and you're able to get, again, this is, in my eyes, when I have this connected to or on my face, I'm seeing an image that simulates 200 inches, right? So this is the kind of image quality that I'm getting off of this. And again, this is coming through, sorry about that, coming through two different eyepieces. And you can see how wide those eyepieces are. That's giving you that great display on each one of the eyes. I'll pull back a little bit so you can see what kind of you can see right there. So let's go ahead and have that in focus right there. So you can see the images that are coming through. So now as you can see this in focus, you can see the image that you can see through the actual glasses. So what you see here is the actual, what someone, if they're looking at you, they're going to see. So they can see that there's an image there. And let me see if I can zoom in a little bit right here so you can see the image that's coming through, right? And this in no way does justice to the overall quality of what I see on my side. Because once again, when I'm looking at this image, I'm getting an amazing image that simulates that 201-inch screen. So let's see if I can get some of that in there. See that right there? So that's what's coming across. So this is, again, changing my phone into a portable media solution. Now, you could use, right? You could use this, right? And I actually prefer, you know, if I'm on a plane, I don't want to use up my phone battery. This is how I would go because it's going to give me all the same content. So that's one thing. Now, the next thing I want to show you is what the experience is like for a Nintendo Switch. All right, so now I have my Nintendo Switch connected, and I'm going to bring it on camera a little bit so you guys can see what's going on right there. So you can see the gaming that's taking place. Oh, let me put my finger there as well. You can see it. And again, this is giving you a 200-inch screen, right? So that you can actually play. That looks pretty awesome, man. And if we were to look at what is it that a person can see, right? This is what someone who's looking at you straight in the eye or at your glasses, this is what they'll be seeing. Those dots right there. So it's obvious that you're doing something else, right? But it's not something that they'll be able to kind of see everything that you're doing. Now, from an audio perspective, you can hear some of that audio as I bring it closer to my mic, right? And overall, as I look at this experience here, is just awesome. It's hard to describe it in any other way because I can't really show you how large the screen looks. But this is definitely the way to play.
absolutely the way to play if you're going to be playing Nintendo DS or your Steam Deck. Again, this could be connected to a monitor or to be a monitor replacement on your laptop, or if you're going to be gaming from your phone, you can do that as well. Just pretty awesome.
So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.